Hello, everybody. What a weekend that was. Wasn't it fantastic? I just love Tripping the Colour. So we had a bit of a ban over this weekend, on anything Harkles related. And of course, the Harkles have been doing stuff. Well, one of them has. Nacho Man paraded one of 2 jars of raspberry American Beigera Abattoir jam on his Instagram, and also some dog biscuits. And this was done. This is purely done so Megsy tries to steal Catherine's energy. She tries to steal the spotlight. But dog biscuits? I mean, the joke writes themselves right at this point. I mean, come on, dog biscuits. So we're going to have a look into that. We're going to see how Megsy feels about this weekend, how she is happy. Now, you might know more than me at the start of this video, because it depends what I title it and how I make the thumbnail to how this video is going to go. So let us find out how Megsy felt about Trooping and her energy around it. We are then going to look at Prince Harry, and then we are going to move on to seeing what the royals thought about the dog biscuits and jam, if anything at all. Were they annoyed by it? Were they angry by it? So we're going to try and kind of condense it all into one big kind of thing. So if you are new here, I work in layers. So I do one layer for Megsy. I'll do a Celtic cross spreads. I use a card deck for Megsy. I'll do a Celtic cross spread for Harry, see what the common denominators are, and I'll pull a few cards to see the general gist of if the royals had any response to the dog biscuits and jam. I mean, dog biscuits and jam. Do the dogs need to have jam on the dog biscuits to make the dog biscuits palatable? Or I don't know what is going on. It's just such a weird combination. I just want to say the contrast between Catherine and Megsy, they are worlds apart. Here's Catherine coming back onto the world stage, having just went through the worst trolling, having went through a stressful period, a major operation, and then finding out she had cancer, and then everybody's eyes were on her. And she's back. She's there. She's representing her regiment. She's there to represent the royal family, the British people. She's there to represent the monarchy with her beautiful children, steadfast, strong, dignified, didn't even say a word. And she was everywhere, absolutely everywhere. And what's Megsy got to try and steal the limelight? Well, I've got some dog biscuits somewhere in this cupboard, and oh, here's a pot of jam. It's just, why does she even? I don't know why she's bothering at this point. But knocks are going to knock, and they never know when to stop knocking, because that's kind of the point of a narcissist, isn't it? So let us have a look at Megatron, see what her beef was this weekend, what her jam was. I wonder if Nacho's actually eaten any of that jam. Raspberry jam, eh? Let us have a look. Oh yeah, subscribe and all that YouTuber stuff. If you can share my videos about, I really help. Oh, that's really helpful. I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much. Let us have a gander and see what Megatron is feeling about this weekend. Oh, she's not happy. We've got the moon here. She's either deluding herself. She's deluding herself. I mean, to be fair, the moon coming out straight away, there's an undercurrent here. There's a maladaptive way of thinking, a way of processing things. Now, I'm pretty sure Nacho is a Pisces, so he will relate astrologically to the moon card. However, the moon there, it's how she's feeling. It's a very it's a murky, clouded, unsure. There is going to be some tricks rising up from the depths. She's really not enjoyed this weekend. All that energy is away from her. All that energy is here, above the moon. And you can't reach it. You can't get it. You're kind of like in this kind of weird, watery prism there. Okay, let's see what's crossing over, and then we can make more of the moon cards, because all of the positions mean something a little bit different when we're doing this, and it brings out an energy in the cards and the other cards around around the reading on the table. Helps us to get a better picture, helps to get a clearer understanding. Four of Cups. She doesn't want to know. She's not receptive about something. Oh dear. Crying over spilt jam. See how many jam jokes we can get in. There's a lot of emotions. We have Justice in reverse, and we have the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups is what's going to be known about the situation. With the Seven of Cups, there is this daydreaming. Both of these cards, the Seven of Cups and the Moon, are very kind of detached from reality and very in your head, and very kind of like the energy is just kind of like, oh, not quite with it. I don't know if she's been on Doz's reefer. So that Seven of Cups, though, this is usually means we're about to be hit with a lot of puff pieces, and that could be happening in the next few days, because that's what's known about the situation. That's Seven of Cups, so be mindful of that. The Justice card in reverse is she doesn't think it's fair. She doesn't think it's right. She doesn't think the way her fortunes have landed at this particular time is a reflection of her. She's pretty angry, to be honest. With the Justice card in reverse, everything's out of kilter. She's potentially feeling quite victimized in a way. Victimized by somebody else's success. That's an inferiority complex. Ten of Cups is in reverse. Unhappy families, emotional instability, being outside of the family. Now, when you think about it, Megsy is not only broken the Markle family, Mr. Markle Sr. and his children. She's really kind of fractured it. So there's that energy there. But she's also fractured the royal family. So she's taken, I mean, all family dynamics are weird. Trust me, I'm a tarot reader. All family dynamics are weird. But there is that kind of energy where things are not looking so rosy. That 10 of Cups in reverse. Emotionally, I don't think she's coping. She's really not coping. Is she rocking around Mudslide Mansion like Mummy Dearest? Oh, goodness me. Allegedly, whatever. Yeah, okay, let's have a look and see what's coming up next. Oh, she's going to get some good luck. Okay, she's going to have a change. Things are going to change. It's going to be my moment. I feel like they're going to be launching something soon. That's been coming up in the readings a lot. So here we have the Two of Swords. We have the Justice card. The Two of Swords is really kind of like the weighing up a decision, making a decision, thinking about fairness. And the Empress surrounding her. That could be Doza. It could also be, I want to acquire Diana, Princess of Wales. Lady Diana, acquire some of what Megzy feels is her charisma and kind of channel it into her beige vessel. That Justice card in reverse. Both of these cards link to a Libra. There is some hard-hitting Libras around Megzy. You've got, of course, Serena Williams, and you also have Gavin Newsom. Okay, she is feeling really sorry for herself, guys. And there's the Page of Cups. Why do I keep getting the Wales children? They're going to try and say something about the Wales children coming into the end of the year. Like, we want to be part of the Trooping the Colour, but those horrible racist royals just wouldn't let us come with our children. And oh, I don't want my children having to curtsy to something else. Recollections may vary how many there are and how they got here, but that Judgment card in reverse, that Judgment card, to me, it seems to me that she is feeling really sorry for herself, really frustrated with a lot. There is an energy here, and I want to be completely clear, where I feel like she is detached from reality quite a lot. Like a lot. Now, I don't go around, with all the Catherine stuff. I was like, I'm not reading on her health. I'm not doing it. And I'm not about to do that for Megzy, but there is something going on here where she is either deluding herself to her own reality, and she's focusing out on something else and not focusing with it in her own home or within her own work. And she's just like, it feels like the house is on fire, it's burning around her, and she's sitting on the sofa, and she's got her iPhone out, and she's sitting there looking at pictures of Catherine on X, using a little Baroness Brooke account, looking at pictures of Catherine on X, The Wheel of Fortune there. So something is going to happen, and she's going to think, yay, I can capitalize on this. So they might get invited to somewhere. But she is kind of like, I wonder what star sign Gwyneth Paltrow is. 2 seconds. Let me just look that up. Gwyneth Paltrow is a Libra. Oh dear. That is Gwyneth Paltrow. Under there. 27th of September. That is really cool. So there is a big Libra energy here. She seems to think that if she can just encapsulate that Empress energy, encapsulate the energy of Princess Diana, then she will be liked. She thinks she is Diana's true and rightful heir, if there's such thing as that. She wants to claim it. She wants to claim that energy. I think we're going through some kind of knock collapse, a knock rage, a disillusionment. Now, I don't know quite how that works, but she seems detached from reality. That Justice card in reverse. She just thinks, if I can just be the Empress, if I can just be that mother figure, have it all together, be all creative. You really should just be yourself, you know? But she is going to have a little bit of change, a little bit of luck there with the Wheel of Fortune. That's usually short-lived. That could just be she gets invited to, I don't know, some kind of WME party. But there's something that's going to turn in her favor a little bit. A little bit. I know that's not what you guys want to hear, but the Wheel of Fortune is there. So she is going to have something that lands in her lap. And that Page of Cups there. The Page of Cups, Princess of Cups in this deck, is usually what I will say the Wales's children are. Because I've got some identifiers for each member of the royal family, if you know what I mean, within the deck. But it could also be her kind of coming out all breathy and look at me, I'm a young 97-year-old. Oh, come and love me, come and like me. I am likable. I am so likable. She's going to potentially, instead of being such a beige car wreck, she's going to try and be this kind of wonderful, amazing, fresh, breathy. It is. She's going to try it. You know, it's not going to work. This could be in the next couple of weeks, to be honest, because they are so all over the shop and they're so in your face that they're going to just try it. I do keep getting, like, on longer form forecasts with Megsy, I do keep getting the mental health cards, and with that mental health cards I get the 9 of Swords in reverse a lot. So I'm feeling that it's not, she's going to be saying things that are a lot worse than what they are. You know, she's going to be playing things up a little bit somehow. But we'll come back to that. That's in some older readings. Let's have a look at Harry. How did Harry feel about trooping? How did Harry feel about Scam Jam? Oh, 10 of Swords. It's finished. He's hurt. He's ruined. He's had it. He feels betrayed. He feels stabbed in the back. How could they do this to him? Harry, you left the royal family, you muppet. What? You just... Oh. There we have the Queen of Cups crossing over. So she's not receptive to something. And here we have the Queen of Cups. Now, if you will remember, Diana is born on July the 1st. So when she was incarnated as Diana, she was, of course, a sun sign Cancer. And the Queen of Cups relates to water signs, and Cancer is a water sign. So it's an indicator. Now, another big person in all of this is Queen Camilla. She is also sun sign Cancer. The king really has a type, doesn't he? And he's a water sign as well. In fact, there's loads of water signs in the royal family. It gets really confusing. So yeah, that Queen of Cups in reverse, potentially, that is either Diana or Camilla. Let's keep going. We'll see what's above and we'll see what's underneath. And Page of Wands, oh, he wants to start something and get out there and show everybody, wave his wand about. And there's the Seven of Cups. And that was what was above Meg C. And it's what's underneath Harry. The Seven of Cups is in reverse, though, so he really doesn't really know what's really going on with all of these different choices and changes and different things that will be affecting him at different times. He really isn't. He is just kind of like, I don't think he can kind of keep up with the demands of Megatron. I don't think he can with that Seven of Cups in reverse. He's very confused. That Page of Wands above, though, he wants to wave his little todger about. He wants to show everybody, look at me, I am here, come and see me, I want to be part of that. But you've got the betrayal with the Ten of Swords in the center, and that betrayal with the Ten of Swords in the center is what's really at the heart of all of this energy. He's acting out on that Ten of Swords. Four of Cups. Megsy had the Four of Cups crossing over. He hasn't been receptive to things. He is not wanting to listen. He is not wanting to change. He is stubborn. He's looking at all of this spilt milk, but there are opportunities everywhere, but he can't see it because he's so self-involved. He can't see what's being offered to him. He can't see anything like that. They are sulking. They are a pair of like arrested, allegedly, whatever. They are a pair of like arrested development teenagers, basically, at this point. There is the mental health stuff. There's the Nine of Swords in reverse. What I was saying with Megsy. Four of Coins. Very. And the Ace of Wands in reverse. He's frustrated. Megsy here with that there and that Queen of Cups crossing over. This is the relationships. You see how many repeaters there is? There is the mother card. Harry is banging on about owning his mother's legacy. So is Megsy. The fact that Harry is feeling pressured to bring in that Queen of Cups energy shows me that they are really not having a good time. They're not having a good time with each other, if they are even still together. I did a reading about divorce rumors. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I mean, Megsy's been wanting rid of him since summer 2022, probably summer 2020. I misspoke, but it probably was. I mean, goodness me. That Four of Coins in reverse, there's a loss of control here. There's issues with finances. They're trying to hang on to stuff, but money is just pouring away at this point, pouring away. And with the Two of Swords there in the mind position for Megsy here, that Two of Swords, you can see that there is some legalities coming. The Ace of Wands here, he is wanting to wave his todger about, but nobody's letting him. That's all I'm saying. I'm not getting to it. What's on his mind? We have got the King of Cups. Now, the King of Cups, like I say, there is a lot of water signs in the royal family. But if I was talking about the king, he would be the emperor. I know the king is isn't an Aries, because that's what the emperor card signifies, but he is a Scorpio. And that would be a water sign, but that's not how the king comes out. It used to be before the queen passed, but the king, this is more like William, because William is sun sign Cancer. So what's he thinking of his brother for? Is he looking at him jealously? What's going on? Well, obviously, I mean, when does he not? Let me just pull another card for what's he thinking about William for. I want to see more. Okay. He is thinking about William, Ace of Swords, right? Okay, there we go. And he's going to become very, very, very impatient around William. There's potential challenge here. He's going to try and play mind games with William somehow. The Devil in reverse. He is going to want to try and expose William, but he's actually going to be the one who's corrupt. He's pulling the chains. He's trying to put the chains onto someone else. He's trying to oppress someone. He's trying to corrupt things. But then he wants to step back and say, oh, my hands are clean. I never did any of that. We have the Hanged Man in reverse, and the Hanged Man in reverse here as well, with this energy around William. He's impatient, and Harry hasn't learned anything since he left the royal family. He thinks if he keeps screaming and stropping, eventually he'll get his way. Unfortunately, the world ain't like that. They're going to part. He is going to part company and potentially have some very, very frustrating issues. Is it better up? Mental health, better up. It could be. There could be something going down at better up. That I think there might be some kind of fracture going on. Was he chief impact officer? What even is a chief impact officer? You know, it's just like, I mean, it just sounds wrong, doesn't it? Chief impact officer. Yeah, don't mind me, I'm a chief impact officer. Oh, what does impact mean? Hey. Right. So that's them. Borderline psychosis. We are going to get, she is going to have, oh, my look's changing. Bearing in mind, that's a very low bar because her look has been horrific. And she brings it all on herself. Megsy is this kind of woman. She's like jealous of everyone, into everything, puff pieces, this, and this, allegedly, whatever. And she is there basically thinking that no one can see through her. She doesn't think anyone can see through her. Neither does Harry. They think they are opaque when they're actually translucent, you know? When I started reading on them in 2019, it was really cool because I was like, they're going to move to America and they're going to go and live with Doria and they're going to leave the royal family in 2020. And everyone else was like, oh my God, they're getting a divorce. So, like all the other readers. I don't think any of those readers are about anymore. But That's how it was. And yeah, they did leave the royal family in 2020. So yeah. And so people have been predicting their divorce for a long time. Personally, I wish them a long and miserable marriage together. Yes, well suited. Don't inflict your misery onto anyone else. I mean, who's going to have the kids? Who's going to look after the Sussex one? You know, they're going to go for Megsy, and Harry will be all of these colonizer, oppressor, ginger. Stupid man. I think Harry is going to be the antithesis of that saying, go woke, go broke, you know? Let's see what the royal family, we'll just pull a few cards and see what the royal family thought of the scamp jam and the gourmet dog treats. I mean, why didn't they? There was a photo, yeah. I'm just going off on one here. There was a photo of the dog next to this jar of treats. Why wasn't the dog eating the treats? Was it just like made out of clay, made out of Play-Doh? You couldn't really even see the treats because it was in this kind of like, I forget the name of it. It's the glass where it's got like little bits, like it was a jar with loads of like, I don't know, but yeah. I don't know what you call it, but you couldn't see clearly into the jar. I wish they'd done that with the jam because my God, my goodness. Whew, it looked like something from a medical experiment. Can I have placenta on toast, please? Yes, it's by American Beige Era Abattoir. Would you like one slice or two? None. Let's have a look. What did the royal family think of this? We'll just pull a few cards, see if we can get... See, the less is more sometimes with this. Watch us pull 10 now. Let's have a look. 5 of Cups. They think they're making a mess. They think it's a mess. They think they did it to themselves. They're not quite sure what they're doing. I think bemused would be a good energy for that first card. And there's the 7 of Cups. They really, honestly, they're just like, what? This is nonsense. This is what are they doing? This is nonsense. I don't understand why this. It's so obvious, if you know what I mean. They're just like, they can see through it. It's almost like an eye roll energy, these two cards together with that question. The 7 of Cups in reverse. The yeah, they just think they're delirious. They just think they don't know what they want. They just think they're confused, and they're just, yeah, the royal family are as confused as the rest of us with what the Harkles are trying to achieve with their brand. Let's have another card. They know they're going to get judged. And one more. The king isn't very happy. The king really isn't very happy. The emperor in reverse. Out of all of the royals, I knew somebody was going to turn up here. I knew it. And less is more. The emperor in reverse for this, because I mean, we're reading on like quite a big group of people, the royal family, well, the working royals that were there. Judgment. They know exactly. They're confused by all this, and they know that the public at the end of the day are going to judge Harry and Meghan how they have behaved. They are inconsistent, they are messy, they've done it to themselves. They can't seem to take ownership of the fact that they've done it to themselves. It's a lot, you know, it's a mess. And the Emperor in reverse, I don't think the King is very happy at all. I think the King is confused by it, but he's really not happy. Really not happy. I think he's I think to try and upstage Catherine with a petty jar of dog biscuits and some placenta jam is it like, the King is not impressed by it, which is good. Which is good. Now we all need to focus on a vision board and just say, get them removed from the line of succession. They can call themselves whatever they want, because let's face it, let's be honest, they would just be zooming off to a different country with some other monarchies in and just say, oh my God, I am 59% Saudi Arabian, please, oh, can I be made a princess? You know, I mean, it would just be that. They'll probably end up buying that little plot of land in Scotland so they can get Lord and Lady and stuff, or Laird and Lady. You know, it's getting to that point. I feel if they lose their place in the line of succession, they're going to be really like. But yeah, they're really, really grasping for relevancy. I am so pleased that she is bothered by Gwyneth Paltrow. Thank you, Gwyneth. You all know about Gwyneth Paltrow. Gwyneth Paltrow left a lovely comment on the Prince and Princess of Wales's Instagram. I'm going to do a further reading on that. I'll probably do that tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be around for a live tomorrow night. Oh my goodness, you can see I've missed you guys. I've been talking for 40 minutes. I'm going to go. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your day. Whatever you have been doing, enjoy it. And I will see you in I don't know, on Monday or Tuesday if you're in Australia or New Zealand. I will see you really soon. Have a good week. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. And behave yourselves, because I'm not going to be. Okay, guys. Bye, everyone.